scariest thing that can happen to a woman is to realize she's the oldest one in the room. So I really want a round of applause for me, because I could be everyone's mother. Maybe your dead grandmother. Well, there are two things that I knew about my dad growing up. One is that he was cheap, and two, that he never paid retail for anything. But now let's fast forward 80 years, and he's retired. And knowing these two things, and I loved him, when he retired, I just thought, I used to visit him. So this is like a Wednesday afternoon, and I'm visiting my dad. It's 3 o'clock. It's time for shows that none of you ever heard of. Little House on the Prairie, maybe Full House, something real like a Western. He liked stagecoaches. He liked to cry of Lifetime movies. So I walk in, and his back is to me, but on his giant flat screen TV is a blowjob. My dad is now 87, and I'm incredulous. And I walk up to it, and that was the closest I'd been to a blowjob in quite a long time. So I'm like stunned. And also I was thinking, being a Jewish woman, and I don't know, is there any other Jewish person in this room? One? Are you a Jewish woman? No. But anyway, welcome. So, the problem, I don't think Jewish women like giving blowjobs because you cannot multitask and give a blowjob. I mean, if any of you can, any woman in this room, I'd like to talk about it later. But when you're laying on your back, you can do your nails. If you're really good at yoga, you can give yourself a pedicure. But you can't do much when you are giving a blowjob. So I'm incredulous. My dad's watching this. He sees me. He turns off the TV as fast as he can. And I've had a lot of therapy in my life, but we never covered watching dad watching porn. I mean, I think that Freud was a misogynist and stopped at the Oedipal Complex, so we never got as far as dad and porn. And he turns off the clicker, and he asked me about the weather. But I'm like, I can't talk about weather. I think I blacked out, actually. And I make some excuse how I have to leave. And I'm running out the door, and I'm trying to call my sister. Because I'm older, and I have less years to live joyfully. So I need to ruin her life now. Because I can't let her not, experience this at some level. And I'm Terry, I call her, and she's like, I have to get off. I'm like, what the fuck, you have to get off? She goes, I'll call you back. And I'm frantic, and I get in my car, and I really feel like I have to either go to the hospital and be put on a Valium drip, or go to the 7-Eleven that I go to every single day and have a Diet Coke. It's Valium Diet Coke. So I go into the 7-Eleven, and there's Raul, who I see every day when I buy this Diet Coke. And I go up to him, I grab the Coke, and I go up to him, and I go, Raul, and I must have looked like a deer in headlights. I said, I have to talk to you. And he looks at me and he goes, no entiendo inglés. I say, you entiendo inglés every day. He's like, no entiendo inglés. I went, I have to talk to you. He goes, no hablo inglés. And I'm like, fuck. And I run outside, and now I'm really frantic. And there, tied to the bike rack, is a golden retriever. And I don't know if you've ever had one, but they're so sweet, and they are probably the best listeners on the planet. So I sit down, and I tell the golden retriever with his big droopy eyes, and he's looking at me, and I feel he's really feeling my hysteria. And I tell him the whole story. And when I get up, I knew he'd understand because he started humping my leg. So there are 3 things that I now know about my dad. He's cheap, never pays retail, and watches porn. Thank you.